Hello there, breathers.
And welcome back
to another
interesting,
fascinating,
fun,
educational
episode of All My Favorite People Are Dead. We're going to need some new adjectives.
Yeah, we are.
All right, we're going to have to get a thesaurus. What's another word for thesaurus? I'm Sue Teresi.
I'm Shannon Butler.
And here we go again.
We're in that weird time period between Christmas and New Year's where
it's the 35th of December.
And we're full of cheese.
And just not getting it. I don't know what day. I guess this is what retirement is like.
I work today, so.
Yeah, I didn't work today. Well, I'm working now, but I'm just like so confused. Yeah. I mean, more than usual.
Yeah, my dogs were very happy that. No, they were very happy that I was pretty much off for 5 days.
Yeah, they're glad to have him around.
Oh yeah.
Do they like the snow? We had a lot of snow.
No, they like it for like 5 seconds.
They won't wear the little booties to keep their toes cold. I wish they would,
because their oh my God, their little paws got so cold.
I know.
Daisy would freeze.
And then stay there with the paw up.
With like 2 paws up. And I'm like, honey, you gotta keep moving in order to get home so that we can warm up your paws.
You gotta put the little booties on.
I wish.
But they won't. I know, they chew them off.
They will not.
Okay, so we need a new invention, some kind of doggy booties that the dogs won't take. Maybe they made out of steak. I don't know.
Well, no, then they'd just eat.
Then they would chew it.
They would eat their own paws.
Something you got to make. Okay, I need an inventor to make doggy booties
that
protect their toesies from all the elements.
And here's a kitty cat.
Are you a puppy?
No, but she's got cute paws.
She does. I got clothing for her. Oh, say it again.
Say hello.
Oh. I have like leg warmers and clothing for her, and she won't wear anything.
Well, like my babies, they will wear their sweaters. Mocha puts up a fight.
No, she won't wear anything. As soon as I put something, I got her like these leg warmers. There's 4 of them. You know, she looks like Olivia Newton-John in the physical video. And she won't wear them.
Aww.
She's like biting, like she's going to chew off her paw. And I got her jewelry, you know, little pretty things with bells and and she just is not having it.
Franklin, he surprises me because he happily sits there while you put his sweater on, and then you're like, I need your paw, and he'll put his paw through the hole, and I'm like, okay, the other paw, and he wears his sweaters, and Daisy will too. Mocha is like, I will fucking bite you.
Yeah.
So he's not.
He won't let you dress him.
He's the older one. He's my eldest. He should be, the educated.
A good example of to wear a sweater in the winter.
No, he won't.
But he won't.
No. So.
How'd you rack up for gifts this year? Did you?
I got some good stuff.
I got some good stuff?
it was kind of funny because my man got me a coffee maker, but he didn't buy me any coffee. So we're sitting there Christmas morning. I'm like, this is great. We have a coffee maker, but we have no coffee to make.
That could be a problem.
We fixed it.
You bought coffee?
We bought coffee the day after Christmas. And it's nice to have hot coffee because we've just been drinking cold coffee, like the store containers of cold coffee. So I like hot coffee.
You know, warm those up, right? Even if you have a cup of cold coffee, you could probably just...
It probably wouldn't taste that good. And then my parents, they surprised me with a KitchenAid mixer, which are like super expensive.
And what are you going to make out of it?
Well, so far I've made brownies. Which came out really good.
That's a good thing.
And I'm like, I'm going to have to make bread. Because clearly that's what this is for, making...
Is that a bread maker?
Well, yeah, it's got all kinds of attachments that come with it.
So you can make bread?
You can make bread, yeah.
And what else? Do pastries? Or
you can do all kinds of...
meals in there?
Well, it's a mixer, you know that. And, you can also buy, attachments. They also give me an attachment that shreds things. So, you can make... No, well...
like taxes, like a paper shred, you could shred old documents.
I don't know if you want to do that.
Probably not.
Make your own shredded cheese and shred vegetables and stuff like that. Yeah,
people.
People. Remind me not to piss you off.
Hey Shannon,
but
don't piss me off.
Okay,
good. Wind up in the shredder.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
What did you get?
Hanukkah's not like Christmas.
No, so but I got you shit.
You got me. Stupid. You got me this cat mug, which is adorable. It's got a little cat in it, and you
prescription for kitty cats.
It prescription. It's just the cutest thing.
Yeah.
My daughter knows I love Cher, so she got me this book all about Cher.
Nice.
Hanukkah's not a big thing here. We don't do when I was a kid, we'd get she got me bombas.
Bombas.
I'm wearing I got like all these cool socks.
Oh, Will likes those.
I never had a pair before.
Huh.
She got me yoga ones, and then she got my husband running ones. And I got, this is terrible. You ever get somebody a gift of something that you might want? And so like, I got oh, you did that too? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I got my son a gift. And I was going to get one for me. But I said, I'm going to get it for him. And then I told him if he absolutely loves it, which I think he will because it's the most fabulous thing in the world, you could get one for me for Mother's Day.
Okay.
So it's a bird feeder.
Bird feeder?
It's a smart bird feeder.
Okay.
It's a bird feeder. But you put the app on your phone.
Oh, so you can watch.
And it tells you the breed of the bird. Not only can you watch them, but it tells you what you're looking at.
That's very cool.
And you feed the birds.
Nice.
And I was going to get one. I'm thinking of getting like a night camera at back because I know I got stuff walking around that.
Oh, I know you do.
Yeah. So I've been thinking of getting like a night, and I'm wondering if this would, I mean, I don't think it catches it unless it like jumps in the feeder. But I'm wondering so he's got a lot of wildlife where he is too.
Okay.
We've got a lot of great stuff here.
Okay.
I have a mourning dove. I hear it.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was an owl, and it's not.
No, mourning dove, yeah.
So I'm like, maybe, I said, play with yours, and if it's not complicated, and maybe I'll get one, and then you can get one back for me.
Cool.
So I don't know how anybody wouldn't like that with the whole wildlife thing. I mean, I capture wildlife on my security system.
Yeah.
We once had like the rat or a mole or something set it off. I'm like, who the hell's ringing my bell at this hour? I go out with a bat, and it turns out to be a little critter.
Oh.
So, yeah. Fun. So, just like stupid stuff like that.
No,
all cool stuff. So, okay, let me ask you, as somebody who doesn't celebrate Christmas, do I see all the car commercials for Christmas? Do Christian women actually get a car parked in the driveway with a big red bow on it?
Nobody in my family has
okay, that. So these commercials are lies?
They're lies. Well, they're wealthy people.
Because I'm like, look at the Christian women. Yeah. They're getting cars. And my husband's like, no, they're not. I'm like, sure they are.
Nah.
Why didn't I get a car in my driveway with a big red bow?
Nobody's ever given me a car for Christmas. No.
So that's not real. Just like, I guess Christians think Jews get like 8 nights of gold. Or whatever.
I thought it was like 7 days of
crazy nights. Yeah, we get latkes.
Okay. Yeah.
But nobody gets. So when I was a kid, I would get like a jump rope, and I would do the same with my kids.
Yeah.
Like you get a book, you get a CD, you get little gifts and things. We don't like. I guess you would call them stocking stuffers.
Stocking stuffers. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Our stocking stuffers are all like chocolate and candy and stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not putting like jewelry in there and stuff. Not a car.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm sure there's some wealthy people who do that, but it's not us.
Because I watched these commercials and it got me thinking. I'm like, wow, all these people are getting cars.
Christians are. They're doing
well.
No, I went to church on Christmas Eve, and actually, it was. I learned something new. So I go to the Christ Church here, and it's actually a warming center for homeless people.
Okay, yeah.
So, I didn't know like how they set it up. So I was wandering around the church before the service because I got there early. Will was singing in the choir, so he was rehearsing before the service. So I'm like wandering, and I wandered down into the basement, and this lady's like, "Oh, do you need help?" And I realized I saw cots and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is the homeless facility." And I was like, I was just curious. I'm just roaming. And she was telling me, they take in 30 people a night through the winter. And it's like, she's like, we have a line out the door at 7 p.m. We open up because it's a safe spot. And they make a meal and then they kick them out at 8 a.m. and then they come to my library. So it's interesting. And I didn't realize. And some of the people who were staying in the shelters attended the church service, which was nice. And some of them I recognized from hanging out in my library, So I was like, all right. But it was, folks. We none of us in that church got a car. I can tell you. All right,
so I'm going to have to write to the car companies and say, look, this is false advertising. I have Christian friends and they're not getting it with big red bow, even without the bow.
No.
Okay. I don't know. You must see these commercials.
See them.
And you go, BS.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, well, I didn't know any better. I have to ask. I'm like, wow.
No,
I'm elbowing my husband. Look, they're all getting cars.
No, no cars for us.
Okay, just checking.
So,
who do you want to talk about?
So we're, it's holiday season, and I'm reminded of all the old school Christmas songs, right? Because that's what you hear on the radios, the holiday music. And this time of year is kind of neat because you hear a lot of music from the 50s.
So my husband and I are convinced that there's only like 5 Christmas songs ever written. And it's done by everybody.
Yeah,
there's only like 5 songs.
Redone a lot. Yeah, there's
over
a lot,
and over.
Yeah.
And half of them are written by my brethren, by Jews.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So you're welcome.
Yeah.
Rudolph, White Christmas. So you're welcome for that.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Anything for you. Anything, you're not getting a car, but we'll write you really good.
Cheesy Christmas songs.
We'll write you really good Christmas songs.
Well, one of my favorites is a cheesy one. It's Santa Baby.
Santa Baby.
Santa Baby. By Eartha Kitt.
Convertible to light blue. Oh, that's adorable.
I've always liked that song. And so I decided to look into Eartha Kitt. So that's who we're going to talk about today.
My daughter's a big Swiftie, a big Taylor Swift head. And I know she did that song.
Did she? Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't heard that.
Yeah, there's Taylor's version, which is a little country, which is lovely.
Okay.
And then there's obviously Madonna.
Oh,
Madonna
did she do a version? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess I've only ever heard Eartha Kitt's version.
So I grew up with Eartha Kitt's version and the remakes later. And I sometimes like remakes.
Okay.
I like Disturbed's version of The Sound of Silence.
Sure, yeah.
More than I like Simon and Garfunkel's. It's a different, edgy.
Sure.
But no matter how many times Santa Baby was done, I will always listen to Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, that's my preferred. I like the 1950s, like the big band sound that comes with a lot of that early music.
Time period, yeah.
And that's one of the things I like about Christmas music is
it's such a fun song.
It is a fun song.
Flirty and cute. They have to make it more modern,
Well, I mean, Eartha Kitt, her life is a fascinating one. When I started digging into it, it's full of drama.
She was perfect.
Yeah, she
Catwoman.
Most people know her as a Catwoman from the Batman television series in the 1960s.
Again, the original.
Right. My generation knows her from later movies, which we'll talk about. Yeah. Sometimes it's easy for us to forget just how involved she was in the world of entertainment. And her between her very distinct voice and her, beautiful face, her dancing and everything she did. Oh. But she started off rough. Her life was quite rough, and her career was almost ended entirely because of her desire to speak her mind. So it's a really interesting story. So I thought we'd talk about her.
Well, I'm sure a black woman trying to speak her mind back then didn't go good.
No, it did not.
Yeah,
it did not.
I can only imagine what this poor woman went through.
So,
okay, tell us, Shannon.
Eartha was born Eartha Mae Kitt on January 17th, 1927. However, she did not actually find out her actual birth date until years later. Her mother was Anna Mae Kitt. She was part Cherokee and part African American and lived on an old southern plantation in South Carolina, a little town called North in South Carolina.
North South Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay, don't get me started.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
I know. Eartha's last name was actually taken from the owners of the plantation. They were a Swiss-German family, the Keats.
Oh, not Kit.
It had slowly morphed into Kitt.
Kitt.
Yeah. Eartha never knew her father. That's because her mother was actually raped.
Yeah.
It was believed that she was raped by the son of the man who owned the plantation.
Did the mother know who the sexual assaulter was?
If she did, she never told Eartha. Okay. She never told her. Her mother was only 14 years old when she gave birth to Eartha Kitt. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Eartha said that since her skin was a little lighter than her other relatives, she had a hard time fitting in. She recalled in her autobiography that whenever her mother moved in with a black man, that man would always refer to her as a yellow girl.
I've heard that term.
Yeah.
That's
we
would, I guess, use the term biracial.
Yeah,
but that's just
it's racism on both fronts. She's dealing with it on both sides. So she and they would always say, "I don't want that yellow girl around or in my house." Yeah. So she had a hard time being accepted in both worlds, black and white. She also had a little sister named Pearl as well. Now, so from an early age, Eartha believed that she was unwanted. and this instilled in her a desire to do whatever she had to do to become wanted and accepted by anyone. It didn't matter, just anybody. Both her and her little sister Pearl ended up living with an old lady when her mother abruptly dropped them off to go live with another man.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
This older lady gave her lots of chores to do and had 2 grandsons who bullied and abused her when she was only 5 years old. She had recalled an instance where one of the boys tied her to a peach tree and whipped her bare skin for hours.
Oh, yeah. What was the old lady?
Apparently not giving a shit. Yeah.
Come on.
And then after whipping her, he made her do his share of the chores. So, yeah. Nice, right? So, not a good way to start one's life. Eartha recalled that she found odd ways of coping with this stressful life by eating sand and clay and sucking on her tongue. And she would also make a habit of stealing cigarettes and smoking them, whenever she could. Eartha was only 7 years old when her mother died, supposedly poisoned by her new stepdaughters. So, it's kind of like she got married to this new guy.
She married the new guy and his daughters poisoned her.
Yeah.
Talk about karma. Wow.
It's a little bit of that, yeah.
Oh, gee.
So Eartha was sent.
Brutal.
Yeah, no, it's just, yeah. So
I didn't know it was that bad.
It's scary, yeah. Eartha was then sent north to New York City to live with an aunt who also wasn't.
Wait, she wasn't sent north to South Carolina or east to west Virginia. Okay,
you're going to confuse me.
Okay, sorry. All righty.
So no, she was sent to New York City, we'll say, to live with her Aunt May, who also wasn't very nice to her at all. So she was, and Aunt May actually received a letter from like a concerned relative who's like, this girl's going to get killed on this plantation. You better come and get her. So she was shipped up north, where she ended up living. She went from middle of nowhere, South Carolina to West 143rd Street.
Oh, culture shock.
Yeah. Serious culture shock. Yeah. It was scary and also exciting all at the same time. Eartha went to school and hung out with children of Cuban immigrants, and she made friends by singing and dancing, and life looked like it might finally be getting back to normal, in a way. However, her aunt seemed to suddenly turn against her, almost like resentful of her, and eventually kicked her out of the apartment. So she
in the middle of New York.
In the middle of New York. So she was homeless
in the middle of
New York for a little bit. She had to find work. She worked as a seamstress in a factory while continuing to go to school. So she's just a kid trying to make her way through school and work and everything. It's a lot. One of her teachers inspired her to get involved in theater, and it became clear that she was a pretty talented performer in many ways. She ended up joining Catherine Dunham's dance school and performed with a troupe of dancers in Mexico. So now she finds herself down in Mexico. Eventually, she made her way back to New York City, where she and her aunt actually managed to repair their relationship. And Eartha said later on that she would come to see Aunt May as her mother figure, basically the mother she didn't have. So that they must have healed a rift that was there at some point. But Eartha sailed to Europe with the Dunham dance troupe, and while she was overseas, her aunt passed away. While in France, Eartha met an interesting woman named Fred.
Fred the woman?
Fred the woman, who was openly lesbian.
Oh, okay.
She operated a lesbian nightclub and operated several famous clubs in Paris. And Fred asked Eartha to perform solo in her clubs, where she actually became quite successful and kind of a little bit of a celebrity in France. Okay. And this really was the beginning of her solo career. Eartha came home to bury her Aunt May. Okay. She took her back down south to North Carolina, where the family was from. And even though she was, kind of considered a Parisian celebrity, so she was greeted in Carolina with almost like a fanfare. People like, oh yeah, she's famous now. She was like, I hate this place. I hate these.
Well, look at she's got to go back to her old ghosts there.
So she went back to Europe pretty quickly. She was like,
can't blame her, right?
Yeah, not at all. When she got back to Europe, she discovered that Orson Welles was looking for her.
Orson Welles was looking for her?
Orson Welles was looking for her because he wanted her to play the role of Helen of Troy in his new play.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She did this incredibly well. She came back to New York and made her way onto Broadway. And in 1952, she made a huge splash with her appearance in the Broadway review, Leonard Stillman's New Faces of 1952. She was off and running. She began recording music in the early 1950s, recording such hits as C'est Bon, Santa Baby, and I Want to Be Evil.
Do you all want to be evil?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. It's more fun.
I guess.
Yeah.
We should be evil.
We should.
And then we'll have more fun.
We absolutely would. Yeah.
Is Santa evil? No. Santa baby?
No, but...
No, Santa's nice. He's jolly.
And think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellows that I haven't kissed.
Yeah.
Because she's being good. Yeah. So it's more fun to be evil.
Good to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, my next line.
So she became a star with these songs. Santa Baby, which was written by Joan Javits and Philip Springer, was an incredibly popular song, eventually making it to number 4.
Still is. I mean, look at all the remakes.
Oh, yeah. It made it to number 4 on the Billboard charts, and it actually broke the mold for radio, because up until that point, radio DJs would not play Christmas music in November. But they happily played Santa Baby. So that kind of changed it.
Look how fun that is.
Yeah.
Now Christmas songs I'm starting to hear like right after Halloween.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like as soon as, Halloween's done, November 1, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Christmas time.
When I was a kid, it wasn't like that either. No. It was like after Thanksgiving marked the season.
Right.
Not now.
No. Christmas starts
4th of July. Here we go.
Her sultry voice and her moves made her the talk of town in Hollywood when she performed at the Ambassador Hotel in December of 1953. And her performance was deemed indecent, which of course made her even more popular.
Yeah, no.
She began making appearances in movies in the mid-1950s, most notably St. Louis Blues and Anna LaCosta, both in 1958. She also continued to perform on Broadway, as well as making her way onto TV with her famous role as Catwoman. Meow. Yes, in season 3 of the TV version of Batman opposite Adam West, right? Mm-hmm. Who played the Batman. Mm-hmm. She took over for Julie Newmar, who had left the show after 2 seasons. Yeah. And she really is, I mean, the comical
they were both
presence.
Beautiful. Even Julie Newmar, they were both beautiful and sexy in that role.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's the role. You're wearing like a leather bodysuit and you get to act like a cat.
And you get to carry a cat around with you.
Well, I do that now. Well, not with the leather suit. No, I have a bathrobe and cat hair. But, not the same.
No? Okay.
Yeah. I often get confused for Eartha Kitt and what's her face? Julie Newmar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You are a Catwoman.
I am. I wish
you should do that for Halloween next year.
So one year I came as the crazy cat lady.
Right.
With the bathrobe and the rollers and the fun. And I have like these beanie or whatever they are, these little stuffed cats that I pin to my...
I think I recall that.
Remember? And I walk around with a little empty cat carrying case.
Yeah.
That's the extent of my... Well, is that the same? Crazy Cat Lady and Catwoman?
No. Catwoman's sexy and dangerous and
And the Crazy Cat Lady is me.
Not sexy.
Yeah.
But you can pull off. Oh. You could. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That's true. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to go make a leather suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do it. I know you can.
You're very sweet. You're full of crap.
All right. Now, even though she had found fame, she was struggling emotionally and physically, and basically she always would. She wrote that she would always struggle between 2 different spirits, Eartha Kitt, the performer, and Eartha May, the unwanted child. Her 2 best friends in the world were James Dean and Marilyn Monroe, and they also had emotional issues, and they all kind of seemed to get along in that regard. They would have long conversations about, how they felt.
Not fitting in.
But both of her best friends would be dead, pretty early on, so they both died young. Eartha married a real estate investor named John McDonald in 1960 and gave birth to her one and only child, Kit McDonald, in 1961. However, her marriage ended by 1963, and even though she played the image of a sex kitten and a man-eater, she had no use for men in her later years. There's a great interview that she gave in like the 1980s. You can actually find it on YouTube, where the guy who's interviewing her says, asks her if she had to make compromises to be with a new man. She just burst into hysterical laughter.
Yeah.
She's like, why the hell would I make compromises for a man? Why would I do that? Mm-hmm. So she just, it's just the way she laughs at him it's hilarious.
Sure.
But it was in 1968 that Eartha's career took a turn for the worst, at least here in America, because of her activism in youth groups across the nation and her beliefs when it came to our involvement in the Vietnam War. She got into trouble. Now, she received an invitation from Lady Bird Johnson, First Lady, to the White House to be a part of a ladies' luncheon on January 18th, 1968. They were supposed to be discussing why was there so much juvenile delinquency on the streets of our major cities and how could we fix that? Right?
Okay.
That was going to be the discussion at the luncheon. It became clear to Eartha during this luncheon that the women in the room and the Johnsons didn't know shit about shit when it came to the youth of the nation.
Okay.
When Eartha made a comment saying, quote, "You send the best of this country off to be shot and maimed. No wonder the kids rebel and take pot." Right? That's what she said. The First Lady became embarrassed. And it was really kind of this standoff for the rest of the luncheon.
Wow.
And the Johnsons were like, we can't have her here anymore. So she became targeted.
On it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was that.
So Eartha suddenly targeted. In fact, the CIA had a dossier on her. And they actually had begun this dossier on her back when she was a star. Not because of her remarks on Vietnam, but because she was a strong, independent black woman.
Naturally.
And the CIA saw that as a real threat.
Yeah, they still do, I'm sure.
But now, after the Johnson incident, they considered her, quote, a sadistic nymphomaniac. Which, believe it or not, was actually a term that they used to describe many black activists fighting for civil rights.
There you go.
That was just like a blanket term.
There you go. What else? Yeah.
Like, what is it to have to, what? Like, because they want civil rights?
You gotta come up with something
I guess. With that, she lost all of her contracts and all requests for performances were canceled because of her reaching out and speaking out and saying what she felt was right. Mm-hmm. And it was right. So she headed back to Europe and also to South Africa, where she performed, but only if the theaters were desegregated down in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. And because she couldn't tolerate that racism for obvious reasons, she became involved in raising money to build schools for black African children in South Africa, which was a big thing she did.
Okay.
By the time of the Jimmy Carter administration, suddenly things had cooled off and she was invited back to the White House and came back to a successful career here in the States. By the 90s and the early 2000s, she was making appearances in movies like Harriet the Spy, The Emperor's New Groove, and Holes, which made a new generation, my generation, aware of her work.
Familiar with her, yeah. Okay.
She also became involved in activism for LGBTQ rights. She was a major supporter of same-sex marriage, which she saw as a civil right. So she was
ahead of her time.
Ahead of her time, yes. In 2008, Eartha was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer.
Oh.
And her daughter said that it became apparent to Eartha that there was nothing they could do for her and that she was going to die. At that point, she began to deteriorate pretty quickly. Her daughter stayed with her, along with a hospice nurse, in her home in Weston, Connecticut. And then on Christmas Day, 2008, she suddenly began screaming at the top of her lungs, like fighting to stay alive. Her daughter screamed along with her and screamed and finally said, "It's okay to let go."
Okay.
And she did.
Okay.
She was 81 years old.
Okay.
She once said in an interview, quote, "The people adopted me when nobody else did. The people adopted me." So she was finally accepted into a much larger family, the people.
Yeah.
And she was at peace with that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Fascinating story.
Right?
Fascinating woman.
Fascinating woman. Absolutely. Yeah.
Too bad it had to start off that way.
I know. Yeah. Serious, weird, terrible way to begin life.
Start, you know, to get so rough, but to have the integrity and the gumption to overcome everything and turn into her craft.
Yeah. Constantly.
And succeed. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Eartha Kitt. Fascinating.
Yeah, I always liked her. She was my favorite Catwoman and my favorite Santa Baby,
I love Santa Baby.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was. I was listening to the song and I was like, you know what? We should talk about Eartha Kitt.
Yeah. Good. Always good.
So fun stuff.
Always fun.
I hope it was educational.
And interesting.
And
we really need new advocates. I got to get a thesaurus.
Right.
I got a little story. Spectacular?
Yeah, absolutely.
Entertaining?
Stimulating. Perfect
episode of All My Favorite People Are Dead. Stay on the good side, breathers.
Bye, breathers.
All my favorite people are dead. I say birthday.